Native languages, indigenous languages, are so powerful. It defines us. It carries us. It's our foundation, our roots. Our children have something that only they can understand as Indigenous people. We still have plenty of speakers on Navajo land, but every year it seems like there's less and less students who can speak when they come into the school system. So the urgency is still just as critical.
The language and culture was kept alive through a lot of sacrifice on the part of elders, leaders, families.
It just means everything to know that now I can speak, I can be part of ceremony, I don't have to be a spectator. I can participate on different levels that I would not have been able to if I didn't have my language.
We're not hiding anymore. We're speaking our languages, we're practicing our culture. It's not a shameful thing to be using our Kahnawake names. I think it's that shift and that changeover that we're starting to see, and that needs to be our inspiration to see how far we've come.
I've seen a lot of Mohawk students that I've had who are not speakers, and they become speakers. I used to get a lump in my throat when I see them because I knew them as a not being a speaker, and all of a sudden that he's a speaker, and then the possibility that it can happen.
And the thing that we'll always say when people say, well, you can't really do it, and we'll say, the Hawaiians did it. So there's already that example for us to pull from to say, it's possible, and we can do it.
Hawaii's successful language programming is built on the punanaleo, or language nests, something many other Native communities are now developing as well.
The way the language nest operates is it's a natural environment, so it's just a bunch of families who come together with their children to speak. Support is very important when you're learning a language. I'm a second language speaker. I only learned as an adult. We were all teaching our children separately at home. We were friends, and we all went to the longhouse for ceremonies, and one day we just decided, let's do it.
It's extremely rewarding, but it's very, very challenging too. I look back and I think frequently how hard our elders who helped us start this work, how many sacrifices and just how dedicated they were. That's always in my mind, and so I think, of course, we have to do this. We have no other choice. There isn't really any one magic pill or a quick fix to help you save your language and save who you are as a people. You just have to be the change.
Reminding yourself to take a step back and realize the significance of the work that, not that we're doing, but these kids are doing, you know? I mean, to be able to function in Ojibwe throughout the day in all academic areas and socially, it's fantastic.
When you learn two languages and you have to use two languages, you have to exercise a lot of cognitive control in order to manage those two languages. That kind of cognitive control spreads into other areas so that they're often better at academic tasks. So even though your goal in the long run is a balanced bilingualism, the way that you achieve that is by giving as much and even more support for the less widely supported language to prevent English from swamping it.
I don't think that being bilingual is an excuse to not excel in education. I'm one of the top students in my class for math, and I've learned that being bilingual takes more knowledge than to speak one language.
I think they have more pride. Their self-esteem is a lot higher. They know who they are, and they have that I can do it attitude.
Ayaprun Laddie Jones is not only teaching and nurturing these confident Native-speaking students, but is the school's namesake who worked with community leaders and governing bodies to establish Ayaprun.
The more the governing bodies can get involved in the local schools, the better, because once they see it, once they experience it, then that's how they can support it. They become more apt and the window's open for them to work with us.
The community benefits of these language schools go well beyond education, even to those economic in nature.
This model, it is bringing educated people back to impoverished rural areas. They have degrees, they're professional, they're bringing earning capacity as well. So economically, this is beneficial.
I actually got here after my son got in. We were learning alongside each other, our language developing alongside each other. So the experience he and I got to do together was huge. My advice has always been, go yourself. Go and be involved with it. Be as close as you possibly can and learn with them.
It's not just about speaking your language, it's about having those relationships in the language with people in your life and your peers and your friends and family.
We don't want our children to wonder, why wasn't I important enough that you didn't fight for a language for me? If it's just our school here doing that, then we're fighting for generations and generations who will know that we loved them enough to preserve and carry on language for them.
Amen.